Okay, so for some of you, you didn't actually quite do our Ohm's Law lab. So I'm going to recreate the lab for you. I have my power supply over here with our Lab Pro. And what I've done is I've connected up the power supply so that I have one cord, this red one, is connected to this device that says current on it. And so it's going into the red part. In other words, the current's flowing through in this direction. And then the black side comes over here. And then I have it connected to 3 resistors that are in series. These are all brown, brown resistors. In other words, each individual one is 100 ohms. Brown is 1, black is 0, and then brown for the third color means there's one more 0 after it. So 100 ohms for each one, 100, 200, 300 ohms for the total here. And then that goes back to the power supply. And then I have a voltmeter connected across here. So this red and this black here are the 2 voltmeters. And then on the computer, I have it set up that it's actually going to record my voltage versus current as I do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my camera to view the screen as we actually get this to happen. So let me adjust this a little bit. And so the way this works is first I'm going to hit collect to start collecting data. So now it's collecting data. You can't see it in this bottom corner, but it's got a potential, a voltage, and a current on here. And it's going to slowly collect this data. I'm going to turn on the power supply. You should see that now there's a little red dot on there, and our potential went up. I'm going to go ahead and hit keep to keep this data. And then I'm going to change my voltage to the next setting, which is 3 volts. Should see the potential go to about 3 volts. You see that little dot changed again. So this time I'm going to hit the keep button again. And then I'm going to turn it to the next setting, which is 4.5. So you see this potential drop or go to about 4.5. My dot moved again. I'm going to hit the keep button again. And then that's going to end my data. Then what I want to do with this, I'm going to hit stop, is I'm going to auto scale it. So I'm going to hit the little A button up here. And that's going to make my dots kind of spread out across my screen. And then last but not least, I'm going to hit the curve fit, do a linear curve fit. I get a correlation of exactly 1. That means my data matches really nicely. And I get a slope that's 300.8 volts per amp. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to zoom in. There's my voltage.